I recently rank 4'd my 7-star Hulk. This is my second non-spending Hulk. No, second non-spending Hulk. No, my second non-spending rank 4 7-star champion. My first one was, I actually remember now. It's Juggernaut. Yeah, of course it was Juggernaut. And yeah, like I've got to do like some more stuff. I still haven't had time to do 9.2. That is something I hope to do over the coming weekends. But I do need to do some Battlegrounds work as well. So there's always a lot to do and very short space of time to do stuff in MCOC, because a lot of stuff, it's like if you're covering the monthly things and other stuff like that, if you've got like other interests and other things outside of the game, like if you feel you've missed something, you're like, I need to find time for it. So I'm happy to get myself a rank 4 7-star. We're going to split this video into kind of like a little bit of talk about the champion, then I'm going to throw into some footage. And yeah, so the way I set up Hulk as a 7-star rank 4, I do have him, if I'm doing him in defense, I will have the kind of block penetration, but if I'm doing him for attack, I normally have him as a like critical rating, just to kind of like make sure I'm critting a bit more frequently. With that, I don't know if that's the right way to do it. I just kind of do what I want to do. A lot of the time that is, MCOC becomes very much kind of like a choice of stuff. Like, I know a lot of people, when they play Hulk, they don't rotate the way that I like to rotate. I'm more of an SP1 at 15 Fury passives, SP1 thrower, and then kind of like keep the stun up by that means and just focus more on the stun. Some people are like SP2 throwers, some people are SP2 then heavy attack spammers and get up physical vulnerability, and that's all well and fine and dandy, but I'm still at a point with MCOC where because I don't trust the AI's movements out, I'm always worried that there's going to be some sort of like thing that doesn't go right, and therefore I lose the champion's health, or lose the champion as a result. And that's never a healthy way to have like that relationship with MCC. But over these years, like, it's just not been great with AI. Anyway, I do really enjoy the champion. Yes, maybe an SP2. And some of the footage you're going to see more like an SP2 into an SP1 after rotation. So get to nearly 3 bars of power, throw the SP2. Hopefully you got enough Fury passive. Yeah, enough Fury passive, physical vulnerability. It's thrown from then. SP1, boom, 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 boom. Like just spam damage at the enemy. And I like that. I like that kind of like approach. I still haven't made like any further decisions on like what champions are being ranked up, and I'm very cautious and careful with a lot of my rank up materials nowadays, because you never know if something is pulled from a crystal that is going to be good, beneficial, and also trying to find a purpose. There's 2 champions I find purpose with in my roster at the moment, and that is Killmonger and Man-Thing, 2 champions that I purposely ranked up for using in defense in Battlegrounds, and they will be champions I will champion in the future to possibly rank 4s based on that. There could be some more as well based on like defensive properties. I've got myself an Onslaught, Non-Awakened. I've got myself... what was it? There's some other champions as well that I'm kind of planning for future things. But it's like trying to find the right by now, the current decision. If you make a decision, will you regret that decision about 3 months in the future when you're like, damn, I pulled this champion and it's a high meta defensive champion and I wish I had it in my Battlegrounds deck. Like, you kind of have to make... It's risky. MCOC is a very risky business. But anyway, back to Hulk. So the main things that I love about Hulk is that he is mainly an attacker that covers so many bits of content. I've used him in the past for so many bits of content, and he's just like helped out to roughhouse and let's just say, yeah, smash through stuff in a way that's not advisable, but sometimes you have to go with a champion that's going to be a freight train, be a brawler, be a clutch champion that will see you through not the most difficult content, well, maybe the most difficult content, but the most frustrating or tedious or stuff that you're just like, man, I just don't want to play it this way. Why are Kabam making me play this way? And like Epic of Pain was a good example of that, because I used Hulk on a path and had a great time, and then I used some other champions on other paths and felt, no, I'm not having a good time at all. But I just like the rotation structure, whether or not you want to be that kind of SP2 thrower, the physical vulnerability, like, and then maybe heavy spamming, maybe a different type of like play style, or what I like to do, which I've said before, it's like 15 Fury passives, SP1, and then just completely just wail on the enemy. You could build up to I've done it in the past where I've built up to like an SP2 or past an SP2, and then was able to build up to an SP1 very quickly. But you got to get your timings right. You got to be quick on the draw, and if you do that, then you'll have a good time. But yeah, it's a fun champion. I just have fun playing Hulk, and for me, it's like a no-brainer if I find a fun champion. And I say this to everybody: if you find a fun champion that you like, rank up who you like. That's the main thing to focus on, because if you like the rotation, you like the play style, then you're gonna enjoy your rank up of that champion. And yeah, Hulk is that definitely for me. But yeah, that's really it. But not gonna really explain anything more. Hulk for me is a no-brainer. When you're interested in a champion, you like a champion, it's easy to play, easy to rotate, and you have fun, hey, you're gonna like the game. You're gonna love the game. That is and has been my second rank 4 7-star champion. Come back hopefully at the end of the month, when I'll be talking about my third and plans for the fourth, whenever that's going to come about. But yep, that's been it. Check out some other content located on the screen. I'm going to get on with, I don't know, doing something else. Anyway, cheers, bye.